fight Protoss anymore. Here we go, Randy in the yellow trunks playing Zerg right here to the southeast of the Shakuras Plateau versus his opponent in the light blue trunks. We've got PureBall right here from the Insomnia42 UK LAN. People keep asking me, why are you casting this, UK LAN thing? Why? Why you cast it? Why you not cast something else? Because, hey, I'm from the UK, so to me, it seems important to actually come to an event like this. And it's a lot of fun as well, so there's a lot of great people. That's the main point, isn't it? It really, really is. PureBall. I'm trying to remember the last time I saw them play. I think it would have been that show match series, actually. Although, I remember the finals from the I-40, and I remember the rage from people. It was like, huh, it's 5 Rax Reaper over and over and over again. And that was when 5 Rax Reaper was, of course, an extremely dominant strategy. And bear in mind, PureBall came actually from the losers bracket, so he had a 2-game disadvantage. He just came and won 4 games in a row with 5 Rax Reaper, because, well, why not? But still, it was kinda brutal, if I were to be honest with you. Kinda brutal is maybe an understatement. Randy didn't really have much of a chance, especially considering some of the maps. I mean, we had like Lost Temple and things like that, and just abusing those cliffs, man. Abusing those cliffs. Randy looks for the expansion. PureBall looks for the block. Will he be able to do that one way or the other? He's actually able to delay it, which is good. Can he get it down? Can he get it down? He goes for it. He's not able to do it. PureBall is being an absolute nightmare, right? Oh, engineering bay right there. Nice play by PureBall. He even gets his SCV out of there. And this is the funny thing. PureBall said he was out of practice. Somehow I think not. There's the engineering bay. And no expansion for you, I'm afraid. Forced into a late spawning pool. PureBall should be able to take advantage of that. It's an excellent play by him. And all the way out. This is actually taking a leaf out of Phoenix's book, who has been doing that an awful lot lately. He actually did it against Idra in the IGN Pro League. Oh, wow. PureBall slides past for a scout and probably completing, or at least getting some more health on that engineering bay just to keep it up a little bit longer. In he comes, Marine on the way, and this is just really nasty play here by PureBall, trying to block off Randy's expansion and doing an exceptional job of it. He's probably not going to lose this SCV, let's be honest. He'll be out of there immediately, and off he goes for a scout as well. How good is that? Just how useful a technique is that, guys? Why do you not do this more? Why you no do this? Is it because you fear for the Zerg's feelings? Well, tough. It's as simple as that. If the Protoss can do it, so can you. I know it's a little bit more ghetto than it would be, but Engineering Bay going down for that is absolutely ideal. And, of course, they have plenty of HP as well, much more so than, say, a supply depot would have, which is why you build that instead of a supply depot. It's a funny thing to think about, really, isn't it? In the meantime, it's actually forced Randy to expand up to the top of the map, which is, of course, very risky. Spreading the creep between these two, getting reinforcements from these two is going to be nightmarishly difficult, and Randy already on the back foot as a direct result of that harassment by PureBall. Very smart move. Going straight into factory right here as well. Hellion harassment will work really well right here, especially considering how split up these forces are, because Randy is not going to be able to pull units from one base to reinforce the other easily against that kind of Hellion attack. But he does have a tech lab coming down right here. Where will it go to? It's going on that. The timing is looking like he's going to transition out of this into something with the tech lab from there, but you never know. He might keep it on there, but it just seems too appropriate. I mean, it finishes slightly before that, but we'll see. He might simply be using it for upgrades. We'll find out shortly, and he's going to expand behind this as well. Nothing wrong with that. Since he's not building anything, he's not upgrading, I have to imagine a switch. We're going to see Siege Tank play from him. We certainly might. In the meantime, Marines moving out. They actually take a Zergling for free. No complaints there. There's the swap over. Let's find out what PureBall's actually planning on doing. We're looking for Infernal Pre-Igniter. He's certainly got the money for it, but we shall see. It is going to be Hellion. It is going to be Infernal Pre-Igniter. A smart move, really smart. Does he know where his opponent is? No, but he has to suspect. Surely he cannot believe that his opponent is still sitting on one base. However, Randy going immediately through to a lair, a smart maneuver, get his Mutalisks out there, deal with those Hellions as rapidly as possible. And also, the wonderful thing about that is, think about it, he's actually trying to lessen the disadvantage of having these far bases. Yeah? If you've got a highly mobile force like Mutalisks, you can defend that base much, much easier than you otherwise would be able to. Smart Randy. Always known as being a smart player, really. I think that maybe if he was able to dedicate even more time to the game, he would be an excellent Zerg. Right now, he's just merely a very, very, very good Zerg. And it would be wonderful to see more pros in the UK. We'll see just how many of those we get as we go forward into the year, and StarCraft continues to get bigger and bigger in the UK. Right now, Overlord Scout, sacrificed there by Randy, just to keep an eye on things. Will he find out? That's more to the point. He actually, did he spot it? I don't think he did. We can check that. That's easy. He didn't. so critical. He didn't see it. Infernal Pre-Igniter Hellions on their way. Perfectly timed attack here by PureBall. No Queen. Randy. That's not good. In the meantime, while that Queen's coming out, that entire mineral line getting taken out right here. Another drone for free, and they're all gone. And he's going to be able to leave here before Randy can even build a Queen. Excellent play by PureBall, forcing his opponent into the situation he absolutely did not want to be in. Right now, Randy's hatchery are working, and let's have a look at the economy. PureBall actually has the lead. He is seeing a one base, but he's going to expand behind that. Roaches on the way for Randy, also getting pneumaticized carapace, makes sense, and the hatchery as well. He's going to have a pretty significant economic lead soon enough if PureBall doesn't do something about it. He's able to get a little bit of damage in here, but Randy, of course, hasn't put any drones in there, trying to keep him as secure as possible. Going back there, he doesn't find anything other than a Queen, and obviously Queens, they don't take a lot of damage from Infernal Pre-Igniter Hellions. I'm afraid they're not light armored, so PureBall forced to leave, but he's got this great map control, and the best thing is as well that because of all that harassment, Randy has actually been forced not to go Mutalisk. He doesn't have the resources for it right now. He can't afford it after losing those drones and that mineral mining on that top expansion. He is actually starting to lag behind in terms of his economy. Admittedly, PureBall needs to start getting this rolling immediately, but he is. He's already got some SCVs on the way. He's got some mules coming down, so he's got a great economic position against his opponent, regardless of the fact that his opponent has 3 bases. The worker supply count is in favor of Randy, but PureBall does have a good force right now, and army supply actually is in favor of PureBall. He's got a siege tank on the field as well, a smart move to try and break down those roaches. Those Marines and the Hellions won't do a huge amount. Randy's force is looking good, but here's the problem with expanding over here, and no spine crawlers down. That is so very bad for Randy, and that shows just how smart PureBall's early game play actually was. In he goes, takes the minimal line out once again. That spine crawler will not survive, and that Nexus to hatchery even taking a huge amount of damage. And honestly, he's going to have to sacrifice it. He doesn't have a choice. Randy can't run in there, not with that many roaches. He doesn't have the numbers he needs to make that work. Down goes the hatchery, and the economic advantage now firmly in the hands of PureBall. And looking really strong right now. Considering he said he hadn't practiced in about a week, he is really looking great. He is doing extremely well. Unfortunately, a big mistake. PureBall, as just as I say that, makes a massive micromanagement mistake and sacrifices a good force of about 10 Marines and a tank for no reason at all. So there you go. Maybe he is a little bit out, but we'll find out shortly to see how well he does in the rest of this game. Army supply count in favor of PureBall still, however. Those Hellions need to leave immediately. The question is, can they get out of there? He's been spotted, I think, by Randy's creep, and avoiding that, he should be able to give him the slip. He might lose 1 Hellion in the process. In the meantime, a small force of Zerglings, but there's no way they're getting past that. PureBall's looking really strong. He's got his siege tank out, siege tank available, and there we go. And it looks like he's managed to make the run, but unfortunately for him, reinforcements come down, loses everything but 1 Hellion. No, don't go that way. Don't. Well, he didn't really have a choice. He could have doubled back, I suppose, but 2 HP left on that Hellion as he just bugs out as quickly as possible. Zerglings, Randy with the interception. Yes, he was ready for that one. Excellent catch right there by Randy, and that Hellion will not live to see another day. Right now, army supply situation is pretty much equal. However, since there are siege tanks deployed on the side of PureBall, I would easily give it to him in terms of who would win in a close encounter if he actually went in for the attack. And the thing is, Randy won't do that. You know that for a fact. Randy is going to try and get his economy rolling again, and he's doing a pretty good job of making that happen. We've got the minerals coming down from here, and they're actually making a lot of money for him. He's reinforcing this area. PureBall is on 2 bases right now. He's not showing any signs of expansion. He needs to get his army rolling and deal another crippling blow to Randy. The main problem with Randy is that if you leave Randy alone for long enough, just like you would any real Zerg player, you will run into horrible, and I do mean horrible, problems against him. You see right there, we've got ventral sacks on the way, tunneling claws almost complete as well. So some heavy attacks coming in there. Does he have a missile turret at the front? He does not. Oh, he does. Never mind. There it is. So not too bad. Still a little bit concerned, but hey, it should be all right. Randy cancelled out of the hatchery into another one, and just keeping an eye on things. Nothing for PureBall right now, with the exception, of course, of that 1 drop. I believe he managed to force the cancel initially from that one. Keeping an eye on it, and doesn't really want to go in there. I don't blame him. The back of this base isn't all that vulnerable either. Randy's actually split his force. This is, though. If he actually went for the main base, he could do a lot of damage. Focusing on defending those bases certainly makes sense, considering. And he's starting to get pretty mined out here, so it's not so important. But still, rather than hanging that medevac around doing nothing, he could go for the main. He would at least gain scouting information, which he doesn't actually have right now. I mean, he doesn't know about the Spire. The Mutalisks are going to start following things up. Randy's been delayed in terms of his Mutalisks, but he's getting there. And also look at this. Look at the amount of creep spread that Randy actually has right now. Going very aggressive into that. Speaking of aggressive, here comes PureBall. He's got 6 tanks. God, I sounded terrible there. 6 tanks, folks. 6 tanks. God, I sound like that. That's what you get for going to a land with all these crazy foreign germs right now. 31 Marines on the field, a Marauder as well, a few Medivacs to back it up. It's a good, strong force. He needs to secure an area to try and expand, and Randy is preventing him from expanding in either of these areas. He needs to kill the Overlords to make that happen. He will do that, no problems at all. Randy has the pneumaticized carapace and he is ready to go in. He has 38 roaches. He's still getting this flyer attack and he's got no mutas on the field, but he will transition into that because here we go. There's the drop right here, and Randy pushes his way into PureBall's base right now. Looks to do as much damage as possible. One supply depot taken out, and he focuses fire on the one that actually had the drop on it as well. That's good. PureBall is rapidly having his capacity to defend reduced very severely, and those Marines are not going to be able to fight off that many roaches. He needs to bring in something that isn't that. Tanks on the way. We're looking for the pick up and go as well, and Randy's probably not going to lose anything here. Off he goes. He might sacrifice a couple of roaches. Oh, loses. Oh, wow. Excellent play by PureBall. And he snipes them off as they try to escape. I thought he was going to get away with that, but PureBall had no intention of making that happen. So actually, that engagement went in favor of him. I mean, 2 supply depots and a few Marines to take out 8 roaches. In fact, more than that. About 12, in fact. And a couple of Overlords was definitely worthwhile, but look at what lurks, folks. Look at what's lurking in the wings. Randy has another force of roaches that could easily drop right there. PureBall looking to advance, and a gigantic conga line of units moving out. PureBall looking to try and get some pressure on there. There are Mutalisks on the field this time around. The Marines do have +1, and they do have stim, and there are 4s coming out as well, so that'll certainly help. It's a little bit dangerous. Randy loses another Overlord, and that puts him in a supply box situation that I don't think he's actually realized yet. He's not reinforcing. Here comes the deployment, and Randy forced all the way back very, very rapidly right here. Still great play. There are the Overlords. That was a big delay, and actually forcing Randy into this line. Can he charge in there? He looks for it. He goes for it. Does he have what he needs to break it? Oh, he's so very, very close to taking it out, but he doesn't quite have it. Oh, Ness, nice money scan, to coin a phrase from Apollo right there. Oh dear. PureBall, you seem to be out of anti-air. You need to get out of there immediately. Randy could aggressively follow this up. He needs to do that right now. Takes out 1 medevac. He could have taken tanks. He doesn't know, and PureBall stims in immediately to fend that off. Great play from PureBall right there. Excellent stuff. Oh, 3 Overlords by the looks of it as well with your purchase of today's Happy Meal. And PureBall, oh, PureBall has the, what I like to call the Gundam Thor right there. That is the super edition of the Thor, which comes with the collectors. It's so, so good. I'm sorry. That's the one real reason to own the collector's edition. I too have those, and they are amazing, although I actually play on an account which doesn't have it. In the meantime, PureBall looking for yet more drop play, and I'm kind of curious, really, why Randy hasn't decided to take advantage of the fact that his roaches are in there. I mean, there's no defense right here. He could do economic damage to PureBall. He could really do economic damage down here. I mean, there's missile turrets, but that doesn't make a difference. He could drop down there very easily. In comes the drop right now. Surely Randy will not allow this to happen. 50% HP and rapidly falling. 4 Marines surely cannot take out a Nexus. They definitely go into the mineral line, though. That's 4 drone kills. Randy needs to get there immediately. Completely caught out by that one. He almost loses the hatchery, but the Queens move in to fend them off, and seriously, PureBall goes in, and of course he's going to have to stick around. He's going to lose everything there, but still. In the meantime, PureBall with another attack. He drives his way in and destroys the 4th base of Randy. He is really dominating right now. The Thor is standing tall and gunning through as many units as it can. However, the Mutalisks will focus fire on it. I have to imagine immobile, well, mobile siege tanks, in fact, probably a smart bet considering it was primarily roaches on the field. Unfortunately, he's now lacking any kind of anti-air. In comes the stim. Will the Mutalisks see it coming? They will not. Caught out of position, and 1 down. Almost loses a second one right there. Here comes the counter-attack, and a good deployment right there of siege tanks, able to drive away the remainder of Randy's ground forces. And honestly, Randy is in a bit of trouble right now. His mineral count is looking really bad. You look at his economy, it is not a nice state. 23 workers have been killed by PureBall up until this point. PureBall's force is looking really strong. Once again, Randy moving forward. What's the anti-air like? It's actually quite reduced. It's not a huge amount. Probably enough to fend off a force like that, though, considering most of them are quite badly injured. So, there you go. He does reinforce with additional units. He could go in there. Look at what Randy actually did right there. He borrowed all of his drones. A very smart play. And PureBall just forgetting that they could even do that, I guess. And didn't scan for them. So, excellent stuff. Randy looking all right now, honestly. Looking pretty good. He's on the ball. PureBall. However, I will be very, very worried about what PureBall's going to do to him next. Marines pushing their way forward. A lot of mutas on the field. Bare minimum of anything else. Still, those roaches not used for anything, I don't think. It's like, have I missed the drop? No, they're still there. They really are. However, in come the Mutalisks. What is the anti-air firepower looking like? Because you're up against +1 and +1. Two missile turrets will not be enough for this. And Randy going all the way into PureBall's base. And this is going to get messy right now. Needs to get those units back immediately before he loses too much. Looking to snipe off the barracks right here. Takes a missile turret. Takes another. Takes a supply depot in the process. In come the Marines trying to drive him away. And he's able to do that. Randy not able to do a huge amount of damage there. In the meantime, another push on its way. Was it spotted? I don't think so. Drone spots it. There you go. Queen taken out almost immediately. PureBall goes in again. He could actually... No, he can't. Baneling's coming in right now. Randy, 1, 2, 3, and... Oh, it's not enough. PureBall into the minimal line right now. Here comes the Zergling. How much damage can PureBall do with 4 Marines? He's gunning him down. Nice, once again, use of the burrow right there. However, in they come, and the Mutalisks take them out very easily. Okay, folks. Still a very equal matchup. However, I'd still give the economic advantage, certainly to PureBall. Army supply count is in favor of him as well. Worker supply is actually in favor of Randy. And a lot of Banelings now. Highly immobile force could be caught out very easily by Banelings. This is a bit risky. PureBall needs to spot those Banelings. He doesn't. He still doesn't see them. There, he sees them on the scan right now. Mutalisks combine with Banelings. In comes the swarm. That's not good. That's really unpleasant. Can PureBall get away from it? He loses a good number of Marines, but that was nowhere near as bad as it could have been. The Mutalisks are coming in right now, though. They could take those Marines out. They have the numbers to do it. Rapidly reducing the Marine count right now. Randy... PureBall needs to get the hell out of there immediately. Needs to leave right now before he loses all those siege tanks. Needs to bring in those reinforcements. A lot of mutas cut down, but not enough. One medevac taken out. PureBall pushes forward once again, trying his best to defend those siege tanks. He needs to actually get some, either more Thors or even just get some Vikings on the field. Just something that can actually shoot at those things. However, with the Thor backup, he should be able to cut through them quite easily. There you go, very badly injured, driven all the way back. This attack could be dangerous. It might even end the game. More Banelings morphing out of sight right now. It depends what they focus fire on. If he's quick enough and if he goes in, he could wipe it out. Doesn't matter. Randy gives it up, ladies and gentlemen. The first game goes in favor of PureBall after an excellent back and forth between these two players. And always great to